And I want to say good evening, everyone. My name is Tamara Cochran, and I'm the Dean of Instruction and Community Development at Rio Salado College. And in celebration of International Entrepreneurialism Week, that's a mouthful, we are excited to welcome students, staff, alumni, and partners tonight and share an exciting scholarship opportunity for career training in Rio's Risk Management and Insurance Studies program. Tonight, you will learn about local trends in the risk management and insurance field and how to get started on the pathway to an exciting new career with support from Rio Salado College. You will hear the student perspective from Humberto Contreras, the program details from Dr. Lily Davidoff, Rio's Faculty Chair of Risk Management and Insurance, and the industry outlook from Miguel Martinez, Marketing Representative at Auto Owners Insurance Company. We will conclude with a question and answer session, and we will share the next steps to help you get started right away. First up this evening, I'm proud to introduce Humberto Contreras, our featured student speaker, to share his experience. Humberto, I will turn it over to you now.
Hello there. My name is Humberto Contreras. I go by Bert, but I'm a California native and now living in beautiful Arizona. You could pretty much say that my journey just recently started thanks to Insurance 100 over the summer. And that's where my journey actually began and pushed me over to trying to pursue my now degree for risk management and insurance studies. My long-term goals are pretty much being effective in this industry and learning more, creating more of a solid foundation as I pursue my bachelor's and master's degree in leadership. That being said, Rio Salado College has been great. I've actually have learned so much. I just started as a non-traditional student. I am 50 years old, but the transition has been great with online learning at Rio Salado. Just being able to access and interact with all this innovation, adopting and adapting as a new student. This is what I recommend that all students do, is use the resources that are out there, connect and sync, bond. And it just creates an excitement that, you know what, I truly recommend it for everybody. Thank you very much.
What your long-term goal is, and then talk a little bit about the specific story at Maricopa Community College. And also, what advice do you have for our students?
Okay, Maricopa story. I haven't been with Maricopa long, but my short experience has been great. I haven't been on a campus for a while. Reinventing myself and having to actually learn something new with respect to what is out there. The insurance industry is a great place to actually get into. With respect with what I have learned this summer, it just opened up an array of opportunities. What I advise for students is connect with programs like this one right now, where you have certain events, these insurance events, to familiarize yourself as to what is out there, and network, and stay positive and get help whenever you can. Ask for it. And that's pretty much my advice as to, if you want to start your journey, start it at Rio Salado College. And I would recommend highly the risk management and insurance studies degree.
Thank you so much, Humberto. It was such a pleasure to have you on. And I know you enjoyed our summer camp. We will have our summer camp the upcoming summer again, so look up for the invitation. My name is Dr. Lily Davidoff. I'm a faculty chair for Risk Management and Insurance Studies program here at Rio Salado College. I wanted to share the certificate in insurance and risk management program information with you. What is risk management in insurance? insurance industry is a group of people who are dedicated helping customers achieving their dreams. There is a huge potential. I know there are several amazing opportunities and careers that are listed here. You can go into claims, you can go into commercial underwriting, general insurance, you can be an associate in risk management, but and then you can look through the slides here, but I don't want you guys to think of it that this is just a limited potential for you. Insurance industry is actually pretty open, and you can do pretty much everything and anything in insurance industry. You can be an accountant, you can be PR manager. If you have your own business and you ran your own business and now you wanted to, and you sold your business and now you want to go in the Monday through Friday job, they will hire you because they need people that are assessing risk in small businesses. So there's untapped opportunities in the risk management and insurance industry. And what these people they help you to recover from disaster. They're there for you on the worst day of your life. Why would somebody want a career in insurance? First of all, you have great vacation. Then you have 401k, you have pension plan, and then you have tuition reimbursement. So not only that you get a job, but somebody also can help you with your tuition. You can also have different rewards, and I have Miguel Martinez, our adjunct faculty here with us. He's also working in the insurance industry, and he can share more information with you just in a few minutes. I want to talk more about what Rio Salado's Insurance and Risk Management Certificate does for you. The objectives of our program is for you to successfully complete risk management and insurance that will prepare you for the entry-level job in the growing industry. But this is just the beginning of your journey. This is not the end, or this is not it. First, this program was created about 4 years ago at Rio Salado College, and this is the only program that is in Arizona, and we're the only community college who have this program. This was created because industry was asking for Rio Salado College to step in and help out with the gaps that needed in the insurance industry. Because the workforce in the insurance industry is getting older. If you look on the statistics, the average person that works in insurance probably about 50 or more years old. So they need that fresh blood, they need that young employers that will take over those people that are pre-retirement or about to retire. So again, we were asked to create a program to fulfill current job vacancy and projected employee shortfalls. The Rio Salado College program was designed with collaboration of 35th insurance professionals from 20 different insurance companies. And what it was designed for, just exactly what I was telling you about, is to prepare you for the entry-level jobs in the growing industry. Our courses are focused on the general knowledge of insurance industry, and this is what Bert was talking about. The summer camp for Insurance 100, it's a great overview of the insurance company and then how do you communicate in that industry. Then the rest of the program is Insurance 200, Insurance 205, and 210, actually prepare you for the property and liability exam. It's a CPCU, and personal and commercial insurance. Upon completion, you will have an effective oral, written, and visual communication skills. You will be able to analyze the scenarios because our classes were created on the hands-on specific scenarios that actually happen in the insurance industry. We also very high on critical thinking. So expect your professors to ask probing questions. You will look at the case studies at specific scenarios. You will be also understanding some legal and regulatory aspects of the insurance. You will also, of course, understand the ethical and social implications of the insurance industry. There are tremendous, as I said in the beginning, tremendous potential of the career opportunities in insurance industry. And I actually wanted to show this video that talks a little bit about what the opportunities are available in insurance. So bear with me. And
hi, business insurance community.
Hi, business insurance.
As you can see, I'm in my beautiful home office here, which
Used to be a laundry room.
Doing a shelter-in-place video with my family here, Layla and Liam.
Today I'm joined by two of my biggest supporters, Remy here on my left and Winston here on my right.
And this is Ollie, my Great Dane.
Thank you, Will. Thank you, Kate.
This is the first time in quite a while that I have to put on a nice shirt and a sports blazer.
And I am one of the proud recipients of the 2020 Business Insurance Breakout Award.
Thank you so much.
I want to break free.
I wanted to talk also about that moment.
I think I'm just going to move my wife's stuff. This is all old anyways.
May I ask a few questions?
Absolutely.
The insurance industry a good place to work?
Easy question, Kate. The insurance industry is just flat out interesting.
It's a very large, big industry where you really get that small industry feel. Allows you to really develop and foster long-lasting relationships with brokers, insureds, carriers. It's just a really great place to start a career.
We get to meet with so many great business owners. We get to learn the ins and outs of so many great different business models.
And one of the things that I love about working in insurance is how dynamic the field is and how you can move from one section of the organization to another.
The main reason that this is a phenomenal place is the people.
I take a lot of pride in some of the relationships that I've been able to develop during my time in the insurance industry.
And I've made a lot of lifelong friends, and I look forward to doing so throughout my career.
What I realized then is that our business is extremely entrepreneurial, extremely creative, and also very large. It allows us to be specialists in our own niches.
What I think is very wonderful about insurance is once you've solved a problem, you're going to solve a new problem.
When I think about why the insurance industry is a great place to work, I think about an industry that is dynamic, challenging, and connected to every part of our economy. There really aren't that many professions that allow you to have the breadth and depth of exposure to so many industries.
Insurance is a global commodity, a global product. And so you can find yourself anywhere in the world if that's where you desire to be.
But my favorite part about my job is helping our clients and knowing that we're providing a valuable resource to them.
We're in the business of putting people's lives back together. And from the very beginning to me, as I majored in insurance and risk management from Mississippi State, that was one of the major attractions to the industry.
I would say what attracted me to the insurance industry is the opportunity, sustainability, and flexibility.
I was attracted by kind of the entrepreneurial spirit of the industry when I got the opportunity to work in it for the first time.
I wouldn't say I was attracted to it as much as I was born into it. My dad worked as an insurance professor and an association exec while I was growing up.
As a little boy growing up in Albania in the 1990s, I was infatuated with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jean-Claude Van Damme. But my real hero was my aunt. She was the coolest aunt ever. She worked for a large insurance company, and I would often go with her to her office.
I wanted to be in a relationship sale culture and not a transactional sale culture. And the relationships are very trust-centered. So it's the job of the broker to one, generate new relationships, but then also maintain those relationships.
I've always been interested in financial services because of the concept of risk.
What got me into insurance was being intrigued at a young age. My father got into lawyers' professional liability when I was about 9 or 10.
I find each day of work is different, and the opportunity to interact with people from various backgrounds and professions has been crucial to developing my own skills and to progressing my career.
People that got me to where I am today, pretty much everyone I've worked with.
Some of the relationships that I'm
All right, so I hope you enjoyed the video. It is a long video, so we'll just put a link into the chat for you, so you can understand and see that insurance industry is very diverse. There is age diversity, there's women and different culture diversity. It's a challenging environment, and then you can connect with different aspects of business and transfer your knowledge and live it up to with someone else. And there are different careers opportunities, as I was talking about it before. There is different pays, there's different categories of the job. You can start, but the mid range is about $40,000 a year, but after that you can go up. Benefits, you get your medical, dental, disability, part-time, PTO, 401ks, I said before. Basically, in the insurance industry, you will be working Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30 or 9 to 5. Most of the locations of the insurance company are in the Phoenix Far East Valley or North Valley. And as you see right here, there's a path. You can start here, you can become a supervisor, then you can become manager, then you can become an associate director, assistant vice president, president. There's over 10 levels of promotion for you. How exciting is it? And it all starts here at Rio Salado College. I also wanted to talk a little bit more about what we're trying to bring you here, is that our module is for you to graduate with financial freedom. And as you see here, we have a student who graduated from our program, and she actually left a very nice testimonial here. But let me talk a little bit more about graduate with financial freedom. We do have several scholarships available for you. If you enroll in a certificate and you're bilingual or low income or veteran, we have scholarships for you, and you can find link to those scholarships in the chat. We also have scholarships from Maricopa Community College District, and their requirements is that you have to complete FAFSA. You also have to be qualified for financial aid and verify your lawful presence in the United States. But we have several scholarships and different aspects that we can help you with. If you're a current student and you are now taking our insurance courses, there's also different scholarships available as you becoming student. For example, right now we have this 2020 Next Gen scholarship available that is due on November 30th. So I encourage those of you that are in the program, apply for that scholarship, or those that are about to start the program to apply for the scholarship. As you see, there's not only scholarship to get into the program, but there's also a lot of scholarships and discount available from other companies that are working with us to get while you in the program to sustain you. I want to talk a little bit about our risk management and insurance studies website. I did talk about the classes that you take, but if you visit our Rio Salado College website, then you can see what you will learn by the time you finish. There's also different careers opportunities. I want to take a moment and tell you what these jobs are and how much each job is paying. As you see, insurance agent, you also see insurance claims and claim policies. It's also talking about classes that you can take. But if you have any questions on that, I suggest for you to contact me, and then we can talk more about which classes you should be taking next or where you should be concentrating. The next thing that I want to talk about, what happens after you finish your CCL, Certificate of Completion with Insurance Studies, or your associate degree in insurance, risk management and insurance studies at Rio Salado College. You can become an actuary, you can become a business analyst, you can become a data scientist. There's actually a website that I'm putting a link in the chat for you, so you can follow this article and you can actually see what you can do. There's more that you can collaborate with others. You can, if you like problem solving, you can become a claim professions. You can also if you become detail oriented, you can get your legal and compliance. You can go into underwriting and you can be a risk manager. I also wanted to tell you that right now we are working with Grand Canyon University, and they are working on their bachelor's degree in finance with concentration in risk management. They will start in fall 2021. So we're working with a smooth transition for you if you finish degree here at Rio Salado College, that you can transfer to Grand Canyon University. So this is what I have. The next is I wanted to introduce, as I promised, our adjunct faculty, Miguel Martinez. Miguel, take it away.
Thank you so much, Dr. David. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here and kind of explain my path in the insurance industry. As Dr. Davidoff said, my name is Miguel Martinez. I not only teach as an adjunct faculty at Rio Salado, but I also am a marketing representative for Auto Owners Insurance Company, one of the many insurance companies here in the Valley. If you want to go to the next slide, just to tell you a little bit of history about myself. So there's a very handsome picture of me. I actually started out not really wanting to get in insurance, unlike some in the video that we watched who kind of went to school for insurance, or maybe some of you who are part of the risk management insurance program here. I hadn't really sought out insurance as a career. I actually started as a computer information systems major at Western Michigan University back in 2003. If you want to just kind of click through and just go all the way till it says 2015 to the present. So this is kind of the timeline of my career in insurance. Like I said, I was a career computer information systems major. My goal was to be a computer programmer and work for a .com. Just so happened I was at a career fair at my college at Western Michigan University, and I was going to try and find a job in computers. And when I walked in, Auto Owners Insurance Company was right there. And the guy stopped me and said, "Would you like to have a career in insurance?" And I laughed at him. And I said, "No, I don't want a career in insurance. My goal is to work in computers." And he said, we have computers in insurance, and we need computer programmers. So why don't you consider that? And I never realized that. I always thought of insurance as sales, insurance as claims. That was what I knew. I didn't realize that there were so many other aspects to insurance that I could build a professional career with. So from 2003 to 2004, I was a computer programmer for Auto Owners Insurance Company. Decided I wanted to try something else, got into claims and was a claim representative from 2004 to 2008. From there, went to supervision, was our home office claims supervisor from 2008 to 2010, and then got moved out here to sunny Arizona, and I haven't missed Michigan at all, especially this time of year. Back in 2010, and I was brought out here as the claim manager, and then did that for 5 years, and also wanted to try something else in the industry. And that's something that I really want to stress to people who might just be looking at the industry and thinking, "Oh, I don't want to be in claims," or "Oh, I don't want to be in sales." Understand that the industry is so much bigger than that. There are so many other opportunities that most people don't even realize. And we'll talk about some of those on some later slides. As I said, I'm currently a marketing representative for Auto Owners Insurance, and my territory has me traveling all over northern Arizona, which is excellent. So if you can go to the next slide, just a little bit about Auto Owners Insurance Company, just to kind of give you some framework here. We are a Fortune 400 company, been in business since 1916, 104 years, based in Lansing, Michigan. I grew up in Michigan, that's where I came from, and then moved out here. We write business in 26 different states. We are the 14th largest property and casualty insurance carrier in the US as of 2019. We're a mutual insurance company, meaning that all of our policyholders own a part of the company. We don't have stock. We are rated AM Best A++ Superior by AM Best. They are a rating company that rates insurance companies, and we only sell through independent agency distribution. We also sponsor Martin Truex Jr., a NASCAR driver, which is what you see behind me, all of the memorabilia there, and then I've got a picture of the car on the screen. So let's talk about the industry as a whole. I mean, you've heard my background, you've heard about Auto Owners Insurance Company. Let's talk about what I didn't know when I was at that career fair. So if we can go to the next slide, I didn't realize that the industry was so wide. Like I said, I thought everything was sales. You know, that's where the blue piece there is. I didn't realize that there's a whole legal team that's out there. So, you know, some people that say, well, I want to be a lawyer or I want to work in the legal profession. You can actually do that in the insurance industry and have a stable career with an insurance carrier as a legal representative, as a defense counsel for an insurance carrier. You've got investments. So if you're into finance, you like crunching numbers, well, that can be all part of the insurance industry as well. Underwriting, which I didn't know what that was when I initially started out, is really deciding which risks that an insurance company will take on and pricing those risks accordingly to the different loss exposures that are out there. Claims, which is another area that a lot of people really kind of figure is insurance, is just exactly what it sounds like. When somebody is injured, when somebody, I think as Dr. Davidov may have said, or as they said it in the video, when it's the worst day of their life, you're there to help put them back together. And I loved my time in claims. That was an area that I really, it made me feel good knowing that I could take somebody on their worst day and help put them back together and rebuild their home, rebuild their life, put them back in another vehicle. Policy services, you know, running the ins and outs behind the scenes to make put policies on the books. Product development, designing different types of insurance. Reinsurance is kind of insurance for insurance companies. And then actuarial. So if you're kind of a math nerd and you really like crunching numbers, you really like statistics, things like that, that's where actuarial would be a really good opportunity for those types of people. So my main message here is that don't pigeonhole insurance into just one small industry. Don't pigeonhole it into claims. Don't pigeonhole it into sales and marketing. Understand that it is a broad industry, and that's what makes it so attractive to me. That's why I've stayed in it now. This is my, you know, since 2003, my 17th year in insurance, and I plan on retiring from this industry. I love it that much. So if we want to go to the next slide, let's talk about why people like to work in risk management insurance. And there's really two simple reasons that anybody that is considering a career in risk management should think about. Opportunity and reward. You know, the opportunity, we've talked about it already tonight, about how the industry is getting older. And thank you, Dr. Davidov, for not, for setting that bar a little higher when she said 50 and above. I'm thankfully below that. I just turned 40 this year, but I look at some of my colleagues around the industry and yeah, they are getting older, getting ready to retire. So the opportunity is there. You want to talk about the ability to move up and move up quickly, move up in an organization. The opportunity is there. You've got new companies coming into Arizona. If you want to stay in Arizona, every day you've got large companies nationwide, State Farm, USAA, auto owners. We've all got a presence here in the Phoenix metro area. Geico has a large office down in Tucson. So the opportunity is there, and we're starving for new people to come into our industry, because let's face it, it's not the first thing that people think about when they think, what do I want to be when I grow up? And then talking about the reward. Not only are we talking about financial reward, you know, as Dr. Davidov went through some of those salaries. Yes, it is a very stable, very lucrative industry that will help take care of you financially, but also just the reward of knowing that you're working for an industry that really is noble. Because without insurance, you couldn't have things like mortgages. You couldn't have people willing to loan money on a house knowing that that house has the potential to burn down and there's no way to put that back together without something like insurance. So that's where working in such a noble industry like that is definitely a good reward. So if we can go to the next slide, we'll talk a little bit about risk management, what it is. And it's interesting because so many people have so many different thoughts about what is risk management. Go ahead and keep clicking through. I just pulled snippets all over the place of different risk management processes, risk management definitions. You can keep going, keep going. These are all over the place. Really, what is the simple version or the simple definition of risk management? If we can go back to that previous one, it was right there. There it is. Risk management is reducing the likelihood of accidents happening, helping to make the world a safer place. That's really what we're doing. You know, in addition to helping people on the worst day of their lives, we as insurance professionals help to make the world a safer place, put out regulations that help to guide companies on how to maintain a safe work environment, how to better equip your home in the case of a hurricane, all different types of things that will help to really just make it a lot less riskier out there. We're managing risk. You know, and insurance kicks in, as we all know, after an accident happens and helping people put their lives back together. All right, let's go to the next slide. So why does insurance matter? Well, insurance enables big ideas. It allows people that might be thinking of starting a business. It gives them the protection to be able to start that business and then not have to worry, well, what am I going to do if this business burns to the ground? It takes away that worry. It protects from big bills, like when you do have something unexpected that happens. How do you get funds to be able to take care of that? And it provides peace of mind while you're going through that. It also shifts society's risk mindset. You know, back in the day, when we were decorating for Christmas, right? One of the traditions used to be to put candles on a tree that somebody had cut down and drug into your house. And it actually took the insurance industry to say, no, that's not a good idea. We don't want to do things like that. We want to protect our home from fire risk. So that's just one example where the insurance industry stepped in and said, let's stop doing that and let's use artificial lights instead of open flames next to a dead tree. And then it helps those with greater needs. It really does allow people to get a mortgage. It allows them to get a car. And it allows the banks to feel comfortable loaning money for that car because they know that in the event of an accident, that asset has been taken care of. So I'm just going to touch on a few of the things that Dr. Davidov had already talked about. But again, kind of shifting that mindset from insurance is just one thing. You know, if you do like numbers, stats, streamlining, there are insurance careers for you. It's not just, oh, you know, I have to be an outgoing salesman in order to be in insurance. No, you don't. You can be, you know, a number cruncher and just sit there and calculate stats, calculate life expectancy tables, all of that. We need people like that in our industry. So if that's you, still consider a job in insurance. The next slide, talking about, you know, if you are somebody that likes to converse, like me, I'm an outgoing guy. I like to talk to people. I like to collaborate with people, problem solve. You know, creativity. That's where being a customer service agent to help work with the customer, being a marketer like me, to go out and help promote products, to help promote the industry, to help promote the company that you work for. Being a human resources professional, an agent or a broker, that is all, those are all skills that those particular careers need. And it's all within the insurance industry. And then let's say you're more analytical, but you still, you know, you like solving problems. That's where being a claims professional, processor, a loss prevention specialist, if you want to go to the next slide, a manager or a team lead, all helping to solve problems within the insurance industry. And then last but definitely not least, if you're detail oriented, you know, some people are real detail oriented. That's where maybe working in the legal department, like we talked about, working as an underwriter, determining which risks we want to take, or working as a risk manager. How do we help an organization manage their risk? So my main takeaway that I want to make sure that everybody takes away is, number one, it's a great industry. It's an industry that you can really feel good being a part of and it's bigger than yourself, and that's why I'm in it. It's also got plenty of opportunity, plenty of reward when you're here. So thank you guys so much for listening and for allowing me to speak here. I really appreciate it. And with that, I'll turn it back over to Dr. Davidoff.
Thank you so much, Miguel. And I just wanted to say that as now that you had a little bit of background, that we do offer certificate of completion and risk management and insurance studies, which is 18 credits. We also offer associate degree in insurance and risk management, which is a full associate degree. And once you get the associate degree, you can transfer to Grand Canyon University for bachelor's degree in finance with concentration in risk management. Next, we're going to take questions. As you see on your panel, you see Q&A. Would you please put all your questions in Q&A, and we will attend to those questions.
Hello, everyone. We would be happy to take your questions. As Dr. Davidoff mentioned, please go ahead and put your questions in the Q&A. Before we do so, I would like to welcome back our panelists, Humberto Contreras, Dr. Lily Davidoff, Miguel Martinez, and a few new faces from Rio Salado College, including Kelly Stewart, our Associate Dean of Instruction and Community Development, E. Cole, our Director of Outreach and Community Partnerships, and Dr. Todd Aukus in our Development Scholarships and Alumni Relations Department. And it looks like we have a few questions already coming in. So if I could get started with those panelists. First question, how long does it take to complete the program? Let's start with insurance studies and let's go Dr. Davidoff.
So it really depends. If you decide to take a certificate in insurance studies and it's 18 credits, you can finish it as fast as 1 year or as slow as you want to. Humberto, do you want to talk a little bit about how long it's taking you so far?
Actually, I started the summer with a Insurance 100 course, and I kind of utilized the way the block system works at Rio Salado, and converted from a 14-week course to an 8-week course, and put into a strategy as to what to take first, what courses are prerequisites to enter into the next two. So I started with in September with Insurance 200, and once I completed that, I was able to pretty much I met the requirement to start Insurance 205 and Insurance 210. And hopefully I should be completing the required courses by the end of this year.
Yeah, and then Humberto probably will need 6 more credits as a business course or communication course to complete his certificate. But remember, as you're taking classes with us and as you go to INS 200, Miguel, do you want to talk a little bit about how we prepare to sit for CPCU exam?
Absolutely. So yeah, there are 2 courses, key courses that help you to kind of prepare for the National Institutes exam. The first one is personal lines, and that is your INS 205, which will pretty much take you through the National Institutes curriculum, and then after that is the commercial lines course, that's INS 210, and I do teach both of those. And again, we just prepare you for the national exam so that you can sit for that exam, and then you also get your college credit on top of that. So it's kind of a win-win.
Perfect. INS 200 actually does the same thing. So as you're taking 200, 205, and 210, we also are in the process of preparing risk management courses so you can become RIMS certified, right, Miguel? And those courses could be counted as your elective. So you can actually have 2 certificates by the time you're done. We also have scholarships for books and to pay for your exams. Miguel, do you want to talk a little bit about our risk management courses too?
Yeah, so we also offer associate and risk management courses. And those will, once you complete those courses, those will get you your associate and risk management certification. And keep in mind that both the AINS certification that you get with INS 200, 205, and 210, and your ARM certification, those are nationally recognized certificates in the industry. And those are industry-wide certificates that any insurance carrier, when they see those on your resume, it will boost you up because you have people that are currently in the industry that don't have those designations.
Great. Tamara, we can take the next question.
Okay, very similar, related to completing the program, but it's more on the adult education side. So we have somebody from adult education who wants to know if he or she can take both programs simultaneously, and how long will it take me to complete my process to earn my high school equivalency, my GED? And I think maybe E, would you be willing to take that question?
Sure, I'm happy to take that question. Yeah, part of why we're here tonight is to expose some of our adult education students to this amazing opportunity that we have and that Miguel and Dr. Davidoff have been talking about in insurance. So there's an opportunity to, while you're enrolled in our adult education program, you may be with us to increase your language skills, or you may be with us to work on your high school equivalency degree. There's going to be an opportunity for you to co-enroll in classes. So in terms of how long it takes in our program, I can kind of address on the high school equivalency side. While it is always up to the individual motivation of the student, how quickly you move through our program, our data in the program shows that anywhere between about 12 to 16 weeks is how long students can potentially move and progress through. And we do evaluate you as you come into our program at the very beginning, and we have opportunities to fast track you. So our team is here to support you and wrap services around you so that we can work with you to reach your goals as quickly as you want to reach those goals. That may mean that you finish up in our program before you're finished with the insurance program, but that's okay. We're still here to support you along your journey and help you with all of those next steps. Our language students, again, that kind of depends on where you come into our program and where we evaluate you based on your language skills. But I can tell you that our staff is here to support you and to offer you many services. We also have lots of additional online resources that we can give where when you're not engaged in class with us, you can accelerate your learning.
Thank you for that, E. And on a kind of similar note, there's also that question, but more specific to the English language students. And maybe Kelly, you might be able to assist us with that. But as an English language student, can I participate in this program while I'm still taking adult education classes? And is there anything specific that I might need to know to help me get started?
Yes, so thank you, Tamara. English language students can participate in the risk management and insurance program. If you're enrolled in English language classes through one of the Rio Salado College locations, then you can get additional support through tutoring. We have tutoring services at all of our locations. And then the college also offers tutoring services online and in person. So you can visit our website to schedule an appointment for tutoring if you're participating in English classes and you also want to pursue the risk management and insurance program. Also at locations, students can access computer labs that have teacher support, have lab technicians available to help if you need assistance studying on site. And I do encourage English language students to continue in your language classes while you participate in the risk management and insurance studies program, because that will help to continue increasing your language skills that you'll need for class.
Thank you very much, Kelly. We do have another question, and this would be for Dr. Davidoff. What if I need help getting registered in the program?
So please email me if you need to register. It's lily.davidoff, it's DAVIDOV @riosalado.edu, and I will guide you. We also have dedicated advisors who would be working with you. But the first step for you to email me, and then we'll take it from there.
Thank you very much. Another question is, which job should a graduate start in the insurance industry?
Miguel, do you want to talk about that?
Absolutely. I think it really depends on what your interests are and what your personality is. Kind of like talking about what those last couple slides were. If you like solving problems, maybe try an entry level into claims. And there's various different entry level positions in each of the different types of avenues in insurance. We have entry level in underwriting, entry level in claims, entry level in processing, and there's pretty much an endless array of positions that you can get into and then work your way up from there.
Thank you. Okay, we have another question here. What if I am a GED student and I don't get the scholarship, but I do want to join this program? What other options for tuition assistance exist? And I think we have a couple of panelists who could probably provide some insight into that. Let's start with E. Cole, and then we'll transition over to Todd Aukus.
Sure, Tamara, thank you so much. Yeah, so one of the unique parts of adult education is that we are considered part of the workforce here in Arizona. There's federal legislation that's called the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act. And while I know that that's kind of a mouthful, one of the great innovative things of part of that workforce legislation is career training. So we can help you get connected. We are one of the core partners in our workforce system with our partner agencies to get students evaluated to see if you meet the criteria to be able to enroll in some of that career training and be able to access those federal dollars that pay for career training.
Am I good?
Thank you. Yes, please, Todd. Thank you.
All right. First of all, I wouldn't say that you'd be afraid of qualifying for scholarships. There's a lot of scholarship money available for students right now, and I would say with a strong interest in the insurance industry and working with Dr. Davidoff, there are quite a few resources available. And if you have any mixed feelings about applying for a scholarship, I encourage you to reach out to Dr. Davidoff, and then she'll pass you off to me. And I'll help you out. There's a lot of scholarships available through our foundation. There's lots of resources available. There's student assistance. We can work on something for you. If you want to get in the insurance industry, we will find a way to help you.
Umberto, do you want to share your good news with everybody?
Well, I really agree with what Mr. Todd said, because I just recently got a scholarship. And I was so very excited, and it just motivates me, and inspires me to keep on going forward. It's very motivating, very motivating. I encourage everybody to listen exactly to what all the panelists are saying and utilize these resources as much as possible. Very beneficial.
Thank you, Umberto. Yeah, Umberto got our State Farm Scholarship. So it was very exciting, and which helped him to pay for his classes, for books. And then if Umberto decides to go take the CPCU exam, we can also help with that as well. So please email me. And then Dr. Todd Aukus is working with me. We work very close, and we're here to support you. We're here to make this journey easier for you.
Thank you. Okay, we have a couple other questions coming in here. Let's see. Oh, I am taking English language classes and thinking about this insurance program too, but studying online is not my first choice. Are there ways that Rio can help me feel confident to join? This could either be Dr. Davidoff or somebody from the adult ed program as well, maybe Kelly.
Can you repeat the question one more time, Tamara?
Sure. We have an English language learner who's thinking about the co-enrollment opportunity insurance studies program, but admits that studying online isn't the first choice. And so just wanting to know if there are ways that Rio can help the students feel more confident to join and to be able to be successful within the program.
I think, Miguel, do you want to talk a little bit about, Miguel Martinez is known for his PowerPoint slide deck and then outstanding recording of his classes. So Miguel, do you want to talk a little bit more how we accommodate those students? Right now, we don't have any classes face-to-face, but Miguel can talk more about it.
Sure. Yeah, I would say, it depends on what the environment is like. Right now, there aren't any face-to-face classes, as Dr. David had mentioned. But I do teach an in-person cohort with State Farm, and then also there are several other opportunities. There's tutoring available. There's don't forget our on-campus computer labs if you need help in those situations. And I knowing all of the instructors that are in the insurance program, we're all very open to be able to help. If there is a student that maybe is struggling with the online portion, maybe some one-on-one connection would help. And I know that the majority of the instructors in the program have no problem assisting in those ways.
Yeah, and I want to just say the instructors in this program are handpicked. They're very approachable. Umberto, do you want to talk a little bit about your experience with Chris Beheimer, who is outstanding?
Oh, it was just amazing. It was great. I'm one of them individuals that probably felt uncomfortable with online learning, but I think it's the best thing. Being able to interact via video has been a great experience, and I really encourage it to anybody to try. Give it a try. I was very skeptical, but not anymore. I love it.
Thank you. And I don't know, E or Kelly, do you guys want to address from your point?
Yes, I can add that, Rio Salado College has this great advantage where we have online credit programs like the Risk Management and Insurance Studies program, but our English classes are also offered in person and in a live online format where you can engage with instructors face-to-face. And so that's really a benefit to our language learners, our students who are studying English that want to improve their language skills, that you can co-enroll in both of these programs. And so I think that's really an advantage that you can take to this opportunity that you have right now to be part of both programs. I would recommend that language students who are studying the English language take one of the assessments to see your language level, to determine if you're at a level that you'd be able to succeed at college level coursework. But once you have that level to succeed in college level coursework, really you could participate at the locations, get that support through the computer labs, get that tutoring support to help you succeed, and then participate in the online courses with the student cohort.
Thank you, Kelly. We do have a few more questions, so let me go to the next one. If I do this program, does the institution give the student a USA visa?
So Rio Salado doesn't, but Miguel, do employees give any student visas or any kind of type of citizenship?
It depends on the employer. Some of the employers in the insurance industry, specifically in the Valley, do offer sponsorship with the visas. You'd have to reach out to the Human Resources Department for each employer to see if they would be willing to sponsor.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. We have a similar question. I just want to go ahead and ask it to make sure that we get this addressed for this participant. I have a visa, J1. Would I apply for a scholarship and get a student visa?
Todd, do you want to address that question?
No, I don't think you can get a visa through the scholarship process, but I don't think citizenship is a requirement for scholarships through our foundation. That's why we have a separate foundation. So you could apply for the scholarship without citizenship, and that's not an issue. That's a very special feature of our foundation. But they award all kinds of DACA students all day long. And so that's not a restriction for applying for a scholarship, but I don't believe you can get a visa through the scholarship process.
If you have further questions on the status and the visas, please email me and I'll forward it to our Office of International Students.
Mm-hmm.
And then they will be able to help you to answer more profound that we are. So.
Yeah, thank you for that, Dr. David. I was just going to say that our colleges have international education departments and they're very versed with the visa process. So I'm sure they'd be more than happy to provide some deeper level understanding of some of these visa questions.
Very good. Okay, we do have a few more questions. I'm going to go to the next one. What management opportunities are there within the industry for candidates who have an MBA degree and insurance studies certification background?
Miguel, do you want to address that?
Sure. There's all kinds of management opportunities. I was a claim manager, so once I learned the ropes on the claims process, I was assigned several adjusters that reported directly to me, and I managed them. You also have management opportunities in underwriting, in the legal department, in actuarial departments, human resources. Every single company has a human resources department, and so there are some management opportunities there. And then even when you get out to a marketing position like mine, technically, I guess I would be considered a manager because I'm managing a territory. I'm managing all of the agents within my territory. So there's all kinds of management opportunities that are available.
Thank you. We do have a question about, like, say, background checks, and if there are things like felony or other things that might come up that might affect pursuing the program.
Miguel, do you want to speak to that?
Sure. Are you talking specifically about the program, or are you talking specifically about like the insurance industry in general?
Well, you can take classes,
right.
With or without, but what about
Sure.
working in the industry? Do they need to have a background check?
So when working in the industry, typically, depending on the position that you're applying for, most companies do require a background check. And because insurance is a fiduciary entity, meaning we are dealing with money and people's trust, depending on the position that you're looking for, it may disqualify you if you do have a felony. However, that doesn't disqualify you from the industry altogether. There are positions available for people that may have something on their record. And I also believe that it does depend on the nature of the felony as well.
Thank you, Miguel. Well, I think the last question, and I think it's a really good one to end on, right, is, well, where did it go? When do classes start?
Class starts every Monday. So you want to start a class? Let's start it on Monday. So, and email me, and then Todd and I are here to help you. As Humberto said, it's been a beautiful journey. He's enjoying it. So, and Miguel is here and prepared to teach you, and Tamara and E and Kelly are here to support you as well.
Well, everyone, we are at 7:02, and there are no new questions in the Q&A. So I would like to thank you, everyone here tonight who joined us, and the panelists. That does conclude tonight's Career Up Through Insurance Studies event. If you can please give a big round of applause to our panelists, Humberto Contreras, Dr. Lily Davidoff, Miguel Martinez, Kelly Stewart, E. Cole, and Dr. Todd Aukus. We do appreciate your time. We hope you not only enjoyed the event, but that you will call us to apply now. So everybody have a wonderful night.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.